Sometimes Claire and I just like to listen to the Trudgery with the lights out.
I don't really tell this story anymore. Not because I'm scared of it, not exactly, but because every time I do, someone ends up saying, "Oh, that sounds like an urban legend." And I wish it was. I really, really wish it was. It happened when I was 17. Halloween night, 2002. My best friend, Renee, had this idea that we'd go to the next town over because they had better candy and fewer kids we knew. It was freezing that night, that kind of dry, early winter cold, where the air smells like metal. I remember my breath looking like smoke under the streetlights. We were dressed up, of course. She was a witch. I was supposed to be a cat, though I'd forgotten the ears and just looked like some girl in black eyeliner. Typical. By 10 o'clock, the little kids were gone. The houses had started turning off their porch lights, and we were just walking and talking, trying to stretch the night out. My mom thought we were staying at Renee's. Renee's mom thought we were at mine. Miller Road was our only way back to the main highway, this long, two-lane stretch that cuts through woods and old farmland. No sidewalks, no houses, just those reflective posts that blink in your headlights. It's the kind of road where you can't see what's ahead, just black trees closing in like teeth. We were halfway down it when we saw headlights behind us. At first, I thought it was just a regular car, but the lights were steady, not bouncing. And then I saw the flash of red and blue. A cop. Renee froze. We didn't do anything wrong, but something about that made my stomach twist. He slowed down behind us, tires crunching gravel. Then his window rolled down. "Evening, girls," he said. His voice was calm, deep. He had one of those smiles that doesn't touch his eyes. "You shouldn't be out here alone." Renee, always braver than me, smiled back and said, "We're just heading home, sir." He tilted his head, looking past her toward me. "You live around here?" I said, "Yeah, just a few miles up." A lie, obviously. He nodded, still smiling. "Why don't I give you two a ride? It's late, and folks can get into trouble walking out here." Something in his tone made me want to run. Not what he said, how he said it. The words were right, but the feeling behind them was wrong, like he was trying to sound casual and couldn't quite pull it off. Renee hesitated. "We're okay, really." That smile flickered, just a second, and his jaw tightened. "It's not a suggestion," he said. "It's not safe out here." The way he said "not safe" made my skin crawl. He got out of the car, slow, and the sound of the door closing was loud in the stillness. He was tall, with that old-style uniform, the kind with the pressed slacks and the shiny belt. No body camera, obviously. It was 2002. He walked around to the back of the car, opened the door, and stood there, waiting. "Go on," he said. "Hop in." Renee and I just looked at each other. I swear we didn't even speak. It was like our brains synced up. I shook my head once. Renee turned back toward the woods. He took a step closer. "Don't make this difficult." That's when I noticed his cruiser didn't have a number on the side. No decal, no badge. Just a white car with a single red-blue bar on top. Renee bolted, straight into the woods. I followed, branches tearing at my sleeves, my breath clawing out of my throat. Behind us, I heard the cop yell, not words, just a sound. Angry. We didn't stop until we hit the back of an old barn. The boards were half rotted, but we squeezed inside and crouched down. My heart was slamming against my ribs. We heard the car door slam again. Then the engine, slow, rolling along the dirt shoulder. His headlights cut through the trees like white knives, moving back and forth. He was looking for us. After maybe 15 minutes, the lights faded. We didn't move for another half hour. When we finally crawled out, the night was dead quiet. No sirens, no cars, just the wind and the dry grass. We walked the rest of the way home in silence. Didn't tell our parents. Didn't tell anyone. The next morning, I turned on the local news, and that's when I saw his face, a mugshot. The headline read, "Former county officer arrested after traffic stop abduction." He'd been dismissed from the force years before for misconduct. Apparently, he'd been driving around pretending to be on duty, pulling women over, convincing them to get in his car. The reporter said they'd found evidence of multiple victims. When I saw his photo, I froze. Same man, same dead smile. They said he was caught after trying to pick up a woman near Miller Road, the same night we'd seen him. The only reason they found him was because she ran too, straight into a farmhouse with lights still on. Renee and I didn't talk about it again until years later. We were both in our 30s by then. She said she sometimes still dreams about those headlights, the way they followed us through the trees. Me, I still see that smile. And sometimes, late on Halloween night, I'll be driving home, windows up, radio low, and I'll catch a flash of red and blue in the rearview mirror. My throat closes every single time, because for 1 second, I swear, it's him.